Good morning. So is your food killing you? Is it poisoning you? Do you realize every single thing that you eat is either fueling you, healing you, or damaging you? So do you know which food's doing to you? Stick with me because today we're going to talk about food. For those who don't know me, my name is Christine and I am your go-to for women's wellness advocate. Looking for root cause, because here's the thing. You don't have to live in discomfort, exhaustion, frustration, and you also don't have to live with the lie that everything happens because you're getting older. No, wrong answer. So here's the thing. Have you ever eaten anything that has made you feel sluggish, tired, sick? Drop a yes in the comments if that has ever happened to you. So here's the thing. I thought I ate very healthy. And I learned very quickly that what I was doing wasn't right for me. So here's the thing. We all know, eat whole foods. We all know, eat our leafy greens. We all know to eat, salmon. That is, okay, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. Yes, you get to powerfully choose the right fish and the right source. We're not going down that rabbit hole right now because that's a whole nother rabbit hole. So here's what's on your plate could be causing your symptoms. If you're suffering from fatigue or bloating or tiredness or, believe it or not, your seasonal allergies might be caused by what's on your plate as well as what is out in the world. Because here's the thing. And I found this, so when I was doing a little bit of research for this, I found this kind of interesting. So the standard American diet, SAD. Literally, that's what it means. SAD, standard American diet, SAD. I was like, wow, they couldn't have named that any more appropriately because it's full of inflammatory foods. And all those inflammatory foods literally lead to chronic illness. I am not going to tell you I'm perfect. I am not a nutritionist. And I test things on myself. Because here's the thing. So processed foods, sugars, bad fats, mess with your gut, which, by the way, messes with your brain because gut-brain axis, the two of them are linked. It's been proven repeatedly. And they also can mess with your metabolism. So, ladies, if you're having trouble losing weight, I have a friend, she did two things. She started walking and she cut out processed foods. And I'm pretty sure she lost 45 pounds in a year. And that was all she did. So that's the crazy thing. Now, here's where things can get tricky. Healthy food may not be healthy for you. So I had healthy dairy in my refrigerator. I had the kefir. I had the high-end cheeses. I had Greek yogurt, all the good stuff. And my sister challenged me, and we did this because of Eat Right for Your blood type. I don't know if it's 100% accurate or if it's not 100% accurate. It has some validity to it. And unfortunately, the only way to test it is to test it on yourself. So I did. I gave up dairy for 30 days. And lo and behold, I didn't have any sinus headache. So I ate cheese. because of course, after you give it up, you have to try it again. And I go into the whole thing in my book. But I tried it and I had a sinus headache. I went, oh man, that sucks. I didn't believe it. I did this like 3 more times. And honestly, it took me years to completely cut out dairy. And I can't say that I 100% have cut it out totally, but my buckets are so empty now that I don't have the severe reactions. And if you don't know what that means, I can explain in another video, but that's made a big difference. Now, here was the side effect that I had. A year after I did this, I opened my medicine cabinet and there's my bottle of Flonase, that prescription. I had been taking that and 2 other medicines twice a year for 6 to 8 weeks when pollen counts would skyrocket. And I hadn't needed it. And I was like, well, that's interesting. So I started paying attention and watching the pollen count. In particular, cedar would send me like into oblivion. I don't have seasonal allergies anymore. It's now been 8 years, 7 years, 7 years. Doesn't matter. Between 7 and 8 years that I did that. No, I take that back. It has been longer than that. So it's not a fluke. Like, it's been years since I did that. So don't think that simply because a food is healthy, that it's good for you. You get to pay attention. How does it make you feel? A food journal is very beneficial for a lot of people. Track your symptoms. You may find that there's certain things that you can eat, ladies, at certain times of the month, and they don't bother you. And at other times of the month, they do bother you. Because here's your thing. Your hormones change. I know that kind of sucks, but so I'm curious. What is one food that doesn't sit well with you? I'm curious. I'm curious if we start to see a trend of things. Like for me, if you followed me for any length of time, I'm not perfect giving up sugar because honestly, it's very addictive. And sometimes I just want white chocolate and that's just the way it is. Sometimes I just want ice cream and that's just the way it is. It's dairy free, but still it's ice cream. That's honestly probably my hardest one. Dairy, pretty easy because it's almost instant pain. Gluten, really easy because that is instant pain. And the results of eating gluten for me, and I'm not saying everybody needs to give up gluten, so don't care what I'm not saying, but for me, it is instant and 100% not worth it. So if food is something that you would like to explore a little bit deeper, I do have a coaching program where I can coach you through testing food intolerances. And no, it does not require shots. And no, I'm not a doctor. And you get to be your own advocate for this. I just walk you through it. If you are curious, okay, first, if you know your blood type and want to know what your top avoids and top beneficials are, I think the easiest thing to do would just be to comment food or send me a message for food. And I will send you a link and you'll get both. You'll get the top avoids and the top beneficials for, so you need to tell me your blood type and you can message me privately, or when I contact you, I will ask you and then I can send it to you. And if you want all of them, I can send them all to you. Totally fine. So here's the thing. I want you to feel empowered by what you put on your plate because you deserve to feel good. And I have heard people say, well, I'm going to die of something, so I'm just going to eat whatever I want. True. And do you want quality of life? How about quantity of life? Because honestly, your food that you're eating very well could be slowly poisoning you. And it's going to be so slow, you're not going to realize it. Unless you are like me and you have tried the elimination and eliminating a food, and then you eat it and you know 100% that's what it's doing to you. For me, for gluten, less than 15 minutes. It affects my speech. It affects my eyes. It sends tremors into my hands. I feel like I have internal tremors, which if you've never had internal tremors, you don't want them. It makes my joints hurt later in the day. It causes severe inflammation. The next morning, I can't get my wedding ring on. My eyes are about swollen shut. It is an extreme response. And here's the thing. I didn't even know that it was causing it until I did this system. It's super easy. Now I can't say it's easy. It's simple. It's not easy. And I coach through it. So if that's something that interests you, just message me, food intolerance, and I will coach you through it. And I'll tell you what the program is. As always, check out Wrong Answer Book. There's more information in there, and it's wronganswerbook.com. So today, pay attention to what you're eating, pay attention to how you feel, and be aware that your food is going to heal you, fuel you, or poison you.